Hello, dear student. Once again, Imanat Ali here to share my experience about listening. Today we are going to study Unit 7, Level 2, and the topic of our listening is what happened to our trash. Yes, as you know, trash, waste material. Yes, so what happened? Where do we put and how do we uh, dispose it, and do we recycle it or something? So here, for example, here is trash. You see here, everything we throw out. For example, the toy, the shoe, the plastic material, the electronic devices, anything you throw out. Where do you throw and how you can recycle are different reasons. In this unit you will listen and discuss about different things. Okay, let's move to unit question. Discuss these questions with your classmate. Do you think you throw away too much trash? Explain. Do you throw too much or a little? Yes, you may have your own experience and ideas. I think these days people throw too much because recycling is not that popular. So whenever we have trash, we throw it away. uh, you have to give your response. What does your city or town do with trash it collects? Yes, what does the your city do with it? For example, if um, they recycle, do they dispose, sell, or what do they do? Look at the photo. What kind of trash do you see? What was it used to make? Yes, we have already seen the photo. Yeah, someone has made different antique pieces from the trash. Yes, horses shape. Yeah, so you can respond it according to your experience. Then we have unit question. We will listen to the audio track and respond. What two option does Yuna mention in answering the question? What happened to our trash? Yes, Yuna says what, and what happened to our trash? What happened to trash that goes to the dump or that people throw into a street? Yes, that you throw into street or go into the dump. The municipality pick up. And what happened to the trash? Okay, let's listen.
Unit 7, Environmental Studies, the Q Classroom.
Today we're going to talk about the Unit 7 question, what happens to our trash? So, what do you think, Una? What happens to our trash?
It goes to the dump, or we recycle it.
How much do you think gets recycled? Felix?
I think that depends on where you live. Some places collect recycling for you, but in other places, you have to take it somewhere. In some places, people care about where they put their trash. In other places, people throw it on the street.
What happens to trash you throw into the street?
Oh, that's very bad. Some of it gets into storm drains and goes into the ocean.
That's true. A lot of trash ends up in the ocean. The water gets very polluted.
What about the trash that goes to the dump? What happens to it?
A lot of it just stays there. Some things like plastic never break down. Those things will be there for hundreds of years.
What else happens to our trash? Sophie?
Sometimes it gets burned. That pollutes the air.
Yes,
Unit
you have listened this, and you have to answer these questions and submit answer to your teacher during the online session. Let's move to the next page. There is listening. Yes, sustainable Dave. Yes, you have to Dave is a name of person, so you are going to listen to the friend John and Ari talk about man called sustainable Dave. Dave did an experiment. So he did an experiment, and in this way he used box, wooden box. You see the picture here, you will see about it, how we experience the trash. Okay, the first word is, now move to vocabulary, and there is compost. Compost, noun, a mix of dead plant and old food that helps plant grow. Compost, yes, mix of dead plant and food. You know, the material or the chemicals are that farmer put in the field to grow the food. That is, that may call urea or compost. Exception, exception mean a thing that doesn't follow a rule. In exceptional case, someone is above the law, mean someone is not follow the rule. Exceptional case. Landfill, landfill is a ditch, yes, that put the garbage, yeah, place where large amount of garbage are put into and covered with dirt. So landfill is ditch where put all the, for example, trash. The municipality, they put all the trash in the landfill. Recycling bin, it's noun. Recycling bin, the container you see in the street, yes, recycling bin, you put them in, and then the material container that hold item that can be made in other thing, again different, yeah, recycler bin. Smell, smell like out of five senses, the smell we feel from the nose. Waste is a noun, here it's used as noun. Material that is not needed and is thrown away, yes, the material. Waste, garbage, rubbish, trash. Weigh, weigh mean to measure how heavy something is. To, yes, weigh some, measure how heavy something is in grams, kilograms, or yes. So you have to read these sentences and complete each sentence with the word from the books. Then move to activity B or C, next page. Yes, here is a worm composter. You will listen about it. Work with the listening, discuss a question, and check the thing you think Dave does with his trash. So you have to check. First, let's move to the next page and listen what is required. Here we have listening track. You have to listen and then circle the best answer, A, B, or C. Also, on the listen carefully, because on this listening you have to do the other activities as well. Okay, let's listen.
Unit 7. Listening 1. Activity C.
Don't throw that soda can in there.
Why not, Ari?
It goes in the recycling bin.
Oops. Sorry, I forgot.
I'll tell Sustainable Dave about you.
Sustainable Dave? Who's he?
I read about him online. He's this guy who's saving all of his trash for a year as an experiment. He wants to find out how much trash he's really producing. He's saving everything. Bottles, newspaper, plastic bags, banana peels, used tea bags, everything. The only exceptions are meat and milk products.
But for a year? No way. What's he doing with it all?
He's putting it down in the basement under his house.
In his basement? It must be a real mess down there.
Not really. Look, here's the website. You can see from these pictures that it's pretty well organized. Also, Dave says that the whole project is making him use less and less all the time. He even does things like bring his own cup and spoon with him when he goes out to buy a cup of coffee. That way he doesn't use paper cups and plastic spoons.
Okay, I can see the idea about the plastic and the glass and so on, but food? How can you keep food waste in your basement? That's dangerous for your health. It can cause all kinds of problems. Yuck!
That's the most interesting thing. He has something called an earthworm composter, or worm farm. He puts all his paper and food waste in it, and the worms eat it. This process produces something called compost. He uses it in his garden. I mean, he thinks of everything.
But doesn't it smell terrible?
Well, I never actually saw one, but he says it doesn't smell as long as he doesn't put any meat or milk products in it.
I think he's taking this whole thing a little too far. But anyway, what will he do with all this stuff when the year ends?
First, he'll weigh it all and calculate how much there is of each type of trash. He'll write a report about how much he really threw away in one year for the website. When that's done, he'll take most of it to the recycling center. The rest, I don't know. I guess he'll take it to the local landfill, or maybe he'll sell it online.
Yeah, right.
Yes, you have listened it. You have to read this question and choose the best answer. Then let's move to activity D and write T for true and F for false. Yes, so Sustainable Dave is saving almost all of his trash for 1 year. So you have to choose it. If it is true, write T, and if it is false, write F. Then complete it and move to next. Complete the flow chart with the step for using the earthworm composter. Listen again. Yes, you have listened now how how Mr. Dave set this composter. Different steps. First is set composter in the basement, give warm time, put paper waste, put vegetable, remove finished compost from the composter, use compost in garden. So you have to choose the next step according to the listening, right? Which step is comes first, second, and which will be the last step. So you have to do it according to the listening. Okay, next let's move to next page, and you have to see what is recognizing. Yes, this is your personal response. Say what do you think, how much trash do you think you produce every year? Is it possible to fit it in a room in your house? Well, it's not possible, so you can answer. Now, what do you think of Dave's experiment? Is it a good idea or not? Do you want something like that? So it's your opinion. Do you like this or not? If you like, why? If you don't like, why? What thing do people normally recycle in your community? How are materials collected to be recycled? Do people follow the recycling law? Do they follow the law? Or so you have to respond these. Give your response on this question and tell your teacher during the online session. Also, you can respond on the discussion board on the blackboard. Yes. Next topic is recognizing the speaker's attitude. Yes. Sometime we listen, we can recognize people's attitude, whether someone is serious or joking or angry or happy or sad. So we can recognize. Here you have to listen and identify, choose whether which is best answer. How did speaker's voice tell you about his attitude or feeling? About you will listen and know about attitude or feeling. Put the soda can in the recycling bin. Is he really going to report him a sustainable Dave, or he is joking? You will listen and understand whether he's how is the speaker feeling.
Unit 7. Listening Skill. Activity A, Part 1.
Don't throw that soda can in there.
Why not, Ari?
It goes in the recycling bin.
Oops. Sorry, I forgot.
I'll tell Sustainable Dave about you.
Sustainable Dave? Who's he?
Yes.
Unit 7.
Then number 2.
Unit 7. Listening Skill. Activity A, Part 2.
Okay. I can see the idea about the plastic and the glass and so on, but food? How can you keep food waste in your basement? That's dangerous for your health. It can cause all kinds of problems. Yuck!
That's the most interesting thing. He has something called an earthworm composter, or worm farm. He puts all his paper and food waste in it, and the worms eat it. This process produces something called compost. He uses it in his garden. I mean, he thinks of everything.
But doesn't it smell terrible?
Yes. Next.
Unit 7, Listening Skill. Activity A, Part 3.
I think he's taking this whole thing a little too far. But anyway, what will he do with all this stuff when the year ends?
First, he'll weigh it all and calculate how much there is of each type of trash. He'll write a report about how much he really threw away in one year for the website. When that's done, he'll take most of it to the recycling center. The rest, I don't know. I guess he'll take it to the local landfill, or maybe he'll sell it online.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's all for this page. You have to choose the answer and show it to your teacher. Then we'll move to the next page. Listen to the conversation, work with partner. Take turn asking the answering question. Why does David get bill of 100? Yes, listen again and answer the question. Why does David get a bill for $100? How does David feel about this? What is David's attitude about the recycling law?
Unit 7, Listening Skill. Activity B.
Hey, Joe, look at this. I can't believe it.
What is it, David?
It's a bill for $100 from my apartment building. It says I threw a big bag of old magazines and empty bottles into the trash and not into the recycling bin.
Well, did you?
Yeah, I did, but so what? They can't charge me for that.
Oh, yes, they can. Recycling is a law here. The building had to pay a fine to the city because of you. They probably saw your name and address on the magazines, so they knew you did it, and they're charging you.
I still don't think it's fair. Who cares about recycling anyway?
Sorry, David, but I have to disagree with you on this. I think recycling is important.
Okay, answer the question and respond to your teacher during the online session. Then we have note-taking skill, like we have always been doing this note-taking skill. Whenever we have something to read or to listen, we read or listen, then take notes and to understand it better. Here we have a paragraph. We have two paragraphs, and we have some words: anthropologists, sanitation, garbage, requirement, survival, appreciate, hazard. You have to read this paragraph and guess the meaning of the words. What does the word anthropologist mean, sanitation, garbage? And you have to read and guess the meaning. Then move to the next page and match the meaning of the word with the proper definition. For example, anthropologist, he says it's C, someone who studies human customs. Appreciate, which one? Danger, think that are necessary, recognize the good quality of in something. I think this one. Yes, appreciate, recognizing the good quality, appreciate, encourage. So same as the case, you have to read garbage, trash, someone who studies human customs, state of continuing to live. So you have to read and choose the best answer match with the definition. When you have finished, you have to show it to your teacher during the online session. Then we will move to listening to, that is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Yes, great. So this one is garbage patch in the inside the sea. So you will listen about it, and we have the word. First we will go to the vocabulary. Float. Float mean for example, piece of paper float on the surface of the water, means something that doesn't drown, that stay on the surface of the liquid. Deep means the from top to bottom in the liquid. Yeah, deep. How deep is the sea? Current is wave in the sea, mean the water channel in the sea. Current, wave. Garbage, trash, rubbish or waste material is garbage. Then we have the word on purpose. On purpose means for some reason, because of some reason, not without any reason, not purposeless. On purpose, with a purpose. Attract means to catch the attention, to make someone pursue. Yeah. Reduce means decrease, to make something lessen something. Yes. Marine means sea life. Sea mean inside the sea, inside the water. Yeah. So you have to read these underlined word in match with the definition. Waste material, for example, the first one is waste material, it's garbage. You can read other definition and match with the words from here 1 to 8 and word with meaning. Then you have another listening. We'll move to the next page. Yes, here we have listening. You have to uh, read these question activities. You read the sentence, circle the answer that best complete each statement. Use the article and your notes to help you. Yes, first you have already taken the notes. When you listen, you take notes. So then you have to take with the help of that notes, and also with the help of listening knowledge. So the world's largest collection of garbage is in, you have to choose, China, the United States, Pacific Ocean. First you have to read it, and then when you finish reading, move to the listening tracks and listen it. Okay, let's listen.
Unit 7. Listening 2. Activity B.
Where is the world's biggest collection of garbage? In the United States? In China? No, it's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. In the Pacific Ocean, there's an area called the Northern Pacific Gyre. Here, ocean currents come together and move in a large circle. In this circular movement, the currents collect garbage, lots and lots of garbage. People call it the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and 90% of this garbage is plastic. Where did all this garbage come from? Did boats come and throw it here on purpose? No, 80% of it comes from land. Garbage floats down rivers and streams and into the ocean. It comes from every country whose shoreline touches the Pacific. Plastic bags are carried out to sea with the wind. Then the ocean currents carry all of this garbage to the Great Garbage Patch. Actually, there are two patches, an eastern patch and a western patch. A sailor named Charles Moore discovered the patches in 1997 when sailing near Hawaii. He suddenly found himself traveling day after day through waters filled with garbage, most of it plastic. At that time, he calculated that there were more than 3 million tons of plastic floating in the water. At one point, he found the patch was 100 feet deep. In 2005, Moore estimated the size of the two patches together as 10 million square miles, an area the size of Africa. All of this garbage is hurting the environment. Plastics attract poisons like DDT and PCBs that are already in the water. This is a serious danger to all kinds of marine life. Fish and seabirds often think little pieces of plastic are a kind of food, and they eat it. Scientists now often find plastic in the stomachs of dead fish and birds. Plastic kills more than 1 million seabirds every year. Most plastic is not biodegradable. That means it does not go away. Almost all the plastic produced in the world in the last 60 years is still in the environment. Scientists say that cleaning up the garbage patches is impossible. The only thing that will help the situation at all is better control of waste on land. We need to reduce the amount of plastic we produce and use. We must control the amount of wastewater that goes into the ocean. We also have to keep beaches, in fact the whole shoreline, clean.
Yes, you have to choose the best answer. The world's largest collection of garbage is in China, United States, Pacific Ocean. I think this is the Pacific Ocean. Then you have to read the question and do it accordingly. Finish it and move to activity D. Read the sentence, circle the answer that best complete each statement. That best complete each statement. Listen and check the answer. The North Pacific Gyre is name of what? Collection of garbage, area in the ocean and area on the Pacific coast. You have to complete the sentences. Yes, then move to E. Activity, work in a group, follow the instruction, choose one topic from list below. Each person in the group should choose a different topic. So today you people are not in a group, so you can do it individually or you can share with your friends. Yes, then finally say what you think. It is your personal response. How do you feel as you listen to the answer report about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch? How do you feel? How did you feel? You have to write your response, your feeling. Look at the area around where you are sitting. Yes, what item do you see that are made of plastic? So plastic is so dangerous. Then have you ever seen plastic waste floating in lake or a river or at a beach? If so, describe your experience. Yeah, this one is also your personal response, your experience, your opinion. You have to do this. And also this activity D is your personal response. Then we have to move to next page. There is part of grammar vocabulary skill, compound nouns. Compound mean combination of two things. Yes, combination of two things. For example, you say wall clock. Yeah, we have two nouns, wall and clock. Yes, so sea bird, we have two nouns, sea birds. Yeah, tea and bags. Yeah, tea bag. So these are when two nouns are joined together. A noun can pair with another noun or an adjective to form a compound noun, sometimes with adjective and sometimes with noun. So here, read the sentence, then complete each compound noun with the correct word. From the box, use the dictionary to see each compound noun in detail. For example, number 1, land. What will you add to make it compound noun? Land, fill. Yeah, line. Yeah, for example, we need to control the waste water. Yeah, wastewater that goes into the ocean. Chile has very long shore. Yes, shoreline. So you have to read these sentences and match with the proper word in the box. Earth, news, earth site, earth worm. Yeah, earthworm. So next is, you can go online to learn more about Great Pacific Garbage Patch. There are many websites. Yes, so you have to do this, complete it according to your own knowledge and experience, and show the answer to your teacher during the online session. Thank you so much for your patience and for watching this video. Thank you.